back at it with another video today. We got a crazy police chase, 2 challengers, 2 scats. Hey, when you in the scat and you got that pack, you better get up out of there. And from what it seems like, it's 2 scat packs in this video. Now, we gonna get right into it. I'm gonna give my, brief thoughts and let you know how I would have moved. So let's get into it. There they go. They ain't pulling over now. Get busy. Okay. They trying to get loose. Turning, y'all turning, doing a lot of turning now. He on getting way too close. Find the nearest highway right now. You want to, he can pitch you. See? Oh, there we go.
Go into the interstate, go into Connector South.
They trying to get little. Look at this car. He going way too slow. He about to get pitted. No way. You in the scat. Okay, there you go. Getting some separation. Oh, man, you in the scat now. Come on now. 6'4". They driving way too slow. Way too dang slow, man. These are 2 people that's never driven their cars before. They going slow as heck.
South on the connector, staying south on the connector. Coming up to 4th Street.
I really think these dudes never heard of no gas. All gas, no brakes. They going slow around every turn, every corner. They slowing all the way down. Look at this.
All right, south 4th Street.
See, now the Challenger and the white Challenger, he trying to get down through there. This other one is being very conservative, and it might cost him. They both going not doing how they need to do though. I can tell y'all that. Bro, no way. He's not even putting that foot on the floor. Big dummies. You already know how cops get off them Krispy Kreme donuts and you ain't even driving crazy. Look, he literally dang near side by side with this guy. Freaking idiot. If y'all ain't getting off on the nearest exit, you a fool. Because now if you keep going straight for too long, they gonna set up a perimeter. They gonna know where you coming to. They are not pushing these cars. White one, he's trying. So I give him credit, at least trying to do what he can.
Yeah, passing 166.
Wow, I can't believe this.
Coming up on 85,
Look. Y'all need to be finding the nearest exit, get off and hop back on real quick. Look at this. Look, exit. They could. Dude, y'all need. White Charlie got the memo. He understood the assignment. He got up out of there. Okay, get busy then. Like, look, he could have been, if he drove like that the whole time, he would have been and got away from this cop. But he's playing around. Look at the distance that he's gaining on him. He definitely could have been gone within a 1 minute driving like that. Should have been and got off. You messed up now. He's supposed to be in ghost mode. You supposed to be in vanish. Y'all gotta be gone in 60 seconds, bro. You playing. This is not good. I don't have a good feeling about this guy because he ain't even been driving his car the whole time. If this fool don't black out.
Yeah, we're committed to 75. 75 south, 75 south. Lino, will you check with me?
That's a good thing about that gray color, that charcoal gray. You can black out at night. But this highway is so lit. You gotta at least turn your tail lights on. Can y'all see him?
You're going to have to get on it. We're topped out.
We're topped out. See, that radio is undefeated. I don't care if you got 1,500 horsepower. That radio is even faster.
Coming up to Riverdale. Notify Clayton County. Atlanta, notify Clayton
Uh-oh.
County. We're exiting.
This better not be him. This better not be him. How the hell did the cop catch you? Look, this is what happens when you play. He's playing. You know damn well you did not get away.
Ooh, almost 1050, 1050.
Ooh.
Still going.
Better put it to the flow.
Yes, but you're probably better off. I don't know, to be honest with you.
You better get up out of there, buddy. And you just hit a car too. That's gonna be added to the charges. You better go.
We're passing up Clayton County units now. Passing Clayton County units
freak.
now. Stand by.
Oh, no. And this idiot tried to turn right there. Bro, you're not at no separation.
Pit. I'm trying to get him off the road. Get him disabled.
This is unbelievable. You messed your axle and everything up. It's over. All right, so I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Me personally, me and my boys, and not saying we would ever do these type of things, but we are real drivers. Like, we're gonna drive this car the same way that Jeff Gordon knew how to go around Speedway. That's how we know our terrain. We've driven our streets, we've driven on the highways, we've driven all these places. So if something ever popped off, no matter if it's night or day, we know these roads like the back of our hand. It could do it blindfolded in our sleep. That's how you have to be if you have a scat or a cat and you get in that gym and you gotta do what you gotta do. Hands down, you need to know what you're doing. You can't be scared. You can't have a cop behind you. Oh my God, he's over here. No, you gotta act like you just rolling with your boys and y'all just roll into the next location of where y'all pulling up to, and you will be fine. You just can't sweat it. You can't think about it. You have everything in your advantage. If you had the gas, if you had the tires, if you know where you're going, you're good. Especially nighttime. Daytime, that's a little tricky. You can't just disappear like that in daytime because you can just see so far down the road and see, especially if you got like a slime green, a purple, a yellow, something crazy, yeah, that can be seen. But if you know how to outsmart somebody, you can get up out that gym. Now, I'm telling you right now, if y'all getting down through there and you see the cop hasn't budged at all, or you just ain't got the room yet and found your opening to do what you need to do, y'all have to break off and split up. Because if you keep going the same way, and that cop, all that cop is doing is just trying to stay close enough to see where y'all going. He knows that car cannot keep up with y'all like that. So if it's nighttime, he's gonna see your taillights. So the person in the back is always gonna get seen, no matter what you're trying to do. The white car may have been way down the road, but since that he knows that car is following the other one, he's just trying to see the taillights, and he's gonna see that unless y'all turn up and go crazy. Like, you gotta be having your foot on the floor and you can't let off. And I'm not talking about just going 120. In this situation, you gotta go 160 plus and hold your foot down. If you're not willing to do that, just pull over and take the consequences of whatever you just did. You're not getting away if you don't do that. And then when he got pit like 3 times, he literally got like not even a car of separation and thought the cop was just gonna let him make that turn right there. Like, are you stupid, bro? That was just so dumb. Like, come on now, bro. You haven't created no separation. The only car that could pull something off like that is like a Porsche 911, a ZL1, GT 500. It got to be something with a crazy maneuvering. Chargers and Challengers are not made to do that. Can they turn good? Yes, they can. In that situation, the only way in that Challenger that he could have made that turn is by not hitting the brakes. And you have to take into account that on a turn like that in a Challenger, your back end might slide out on you. If the traction, even if the traction is on, you're putting all that weight into the corner like that, so it may slide a little bit. But if you know to counter steer and you can get back in track, you're good. You could have made that turn definitely. Like personally, I could have made that turn with no brakes to where the cop would have to accelerate so hard through the corner in order to hit my back end that he most likely would have ran into something, because I'm not slowing down right there if I had to make that turn. It's just because if you hit the brakes, he's going to ram you and put you into whether it's the rail, the wall, or another car. You can't do that. Like, so this just shows you, you have to be smart about what you do. Like, if you're not ready for that 160 plus, you don't know where you're going, you've been drinking, just pull over. Take the consequences. That'll save you so much more. So much more. Yes, you might have some legal fees or anything, depending on if you know drinking, had stuff in the car, any of that. You should have thought about that before you even start driving. That should have been the first thing on your mind. Like, okay, if they light me up, I'm either going to pull over or I'm going all out. Hands down. But you see this dude right here is a deer in headlights. And even when he was on front of the ram bar, he's just still like, that let me know his mind probably went in the right place. But we're going to give these people the benefit of the doubt. I feel sorry for them. You lost your car. You're going to be going through it. And he probably did a little time, depending on if he bonded out. But he might have to sit down for a little bit. If you get a lawyer, might get like 60 days in jail or something because nobody got hurt or something like that. Depending on if you had drugs or anything inside there. Just because it was a black person with dreads in the car doesn't mean he had drugs in there or anything illegal. It could have been just simply him, not wanting to pull over that day or, making a bad decision like that. Every black person in a scat or cat is not a drug dealer. Are there a lot of people of color that do have these cars? Yes, but there's just as an amount as other races that has that vehicle either. One thing about cars that I've understood, since I got into cars, it brings people from all walks of life together. So in all genders, it doesn't matter what race you are, what gender you are. If you love cars, you can connect with someone who's the complete opposite of you. And it's crazy how many people, me personally, that I met through the cars. Like, I've literally met lifelong brothers. Like, I wouldn't even say friends. I've met lifelong brothers through these cars that look out for me more than people that I grew up with since kindergarten. So that just lets you know. And it's back in 2020 when I had my first Scat Challenger shaker, I didn't know nobody. And Scats and Hellcats weren't really popular like that back in 2020, even though they came out in 2015, which is crazy because I never even heard of a Hellcat all the way until like 2018. And that was after I graduated high school. But I never heard of Scats or Cats back in around the 2015 time. The highest trim level I knew was an SRT8, and they used to call them straights. Like, that's the highest thing I knew. But yeah, it's a tough situation. Me, that foot's going through the floor, not letting off the gas. I really got to emphasize on this. Me and any of my boys that I'm with, if we had to get out that gym, we're going to split up. Would we have to? No. But in this situation like this, we would have split up and met back up later. Like, ain't nothing to talk about. Like, we already know. Like, that's why I suggest you only roll with people that your mind are on one accord. Like, for example, me and my right-hand man, my bro, we basically got like telekinesis. And I mean, he knows what I'm thinking. I know what he's thinking. I know which way he's about to go. We drive a certain way. Like, we literally know how to drive in sync to go where we need to go. And really what's essential when we're driving like this, no one's trying to outdo the other person. We're just trying to get to where we're going. So with that being said, if I'm going and I see his other cars that's cutting him off, I'm gonna brake. I'm gonna let him get up. Then we gonna resume. Then we gonna swim. And we gonna go. Like, it's just so much stuff that you gotta know how to do. That's like, when I'm driving like this, I don't even have to think on it. Like, it's muscle memory. I know what to do. I know what to do. Like, you could be in the passenger seat with me, sit back, eating popcorn, and just watching Netflix. Cause you know, like, okay, he really a driver. That's what he do. Like, I literally don't have to think. The same way Jalen Green get up and shoot all them threes, on Oklahoma Thunder. Tyrese Halliburton go crazy on the court. And Serena Williams on the tennis court know what she doing. The same way I know how to drive these cars. So when you got like that, you really don't have to think. Like, this ain't nothing to even think about. All I need to know is that I have gas in my vehicle. Other than that, the driving aspect is good. Like, you're in a car that can do that. Let's say, for example, at the minimum, I had an RT. You better believe, with that car topping out at 150, I'm going to do that whole 150. The only time that would suck is if you have a state trooper on you, because a lot of them have the 5.7 liter Hemis. And that's basically what RT has. It has the 5.7 liter. So you essentially have a cop that has the same exact engine of you. So the only way you could get away is to outsmart them and not let off the pedal at all. You better not let off in the RT. And it really don't matter if you're in a Hellcat if you let off the gas. So last key point I want to make here. You see how he's on side of these cars over here and the cop is trying his hardest to meet up with him? These cars are equipped with Brembo brakes. You can have either the 6 pistons on the front, 4 pistons in the back, or both 4 pistons. But if he would have hit the brakes on side of those cars, that would have forced the cop to either keep going straight or slow all the way down to stop with him. I wouldn't do that, but I'm just saying in this situation, I would. So I need y'all to be safe out there. Like, comment, subscribe, tap in. If there's any more videos that y'all want to see me react to and give my input on, because y'all know I'm going to keep it real and give y'all a real perspective that y'all could, understand from a person who's actually on these cars and drives them. Let me know. I'm out.